So hello there everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about David Greco's developer diary that he just released today about car handling, and also he explains a little bit about ERS. But ultimately, you see here, he actually went out in a car. It's not a Formula 1 car, as you can clearly see, but nevertheless it is a single-seater car, just to get a feel of the handling and to see how much vibration. So if you run like force feedback, then ultimately they've actually gone out and actually done something for once, and tried to improve that. But they ultimately, one thing this game does suffer from is latency when you turn into a corner, especially if you're on a pad. So yes, that's something he didn't mention. One thing he didn't mention is about the tyre canvas temperature. I've already really explained about that. It's going to affect, obviously handling is going to be a big part of that, as is tyre wear generally, as you would expect from F1. So really nothing unusual to see there. He also explains the ERS mode in his little video, which you can of course go and watch what he has to say in the description below. But he also says about the different modes that you have to take. So apparently they measured it in millijoules of the stuff that was used. So yes, so nothing really new. There's the canvas temperature, which we've already seen. We haven't really seen what happens when the canvas temperature gets really overheated, but presumably that nobody's actually tried to see if they can overheat it at Codemasters. So showing us when it goes wrong for the player might not actually be a bad idea to put our minds at rest that it can actually be done. Handling, of course, isn't really a huge issue for me as a pad player. Ultimately, if you want that 100% realistic experience, and if you've got the environment to do so, such as force feedback, you've got the pedals, if you've got an F1 seat, you've got 3 months of setup, then of course you can then be in a position to set up handling and as a simulation. Whereas if you're like me with a pad and just one monitor, then ultimately it's not really gonna make much difference. Ultimately went on to talk about ERS and about that they measured it in 2 to 4 millijoules per little, depending on what system. There are 5 systems off. I think auto is one, and then it's low, medium, high, overtake, and hop lap. I think that's 5. But you can definitely have that on auto. But you can see some of the shots of Greco actually going out, and then finally here is David Greco going out in his on track again, and you can see the vibration. So if they've put that in the force feedback, that's great for you wheel players and people who want that kind of experience, but for me it won't make much of a difference. I'd just like to say this now. I know this is going to be the short video. That's really it. That's really what they produced 2 weeks before. It's not enough. We need more details about the stuff we don't know about, and literally the only thing we don't know, we haven't really seen any definitive screenshots of how it will work, and somebody actually talking about it. It's multiplayer. I thought they would go for multiplayer. Multiplayer has to be a big thing for Codemasters, otherwise Liberty Media will revoke the license for them. But this demonstrates that they're not interested in multiplayer. Multiplayer may come out in the last developer diary next week, but ultimately it's not going to be good enough. And will it be ready in time? Because remember what happened last year, everybody got disqualified, there was issues with R&D, the game wasn't ready for August the 25th, 2017 last year, there were whole heaps of issues. Now ultimately there's going to be new issues, which is going to create lots of funny videos when the game comes out a week on tomorrow. But ultimately, Codemasters have had their chance at this, and I think that this game isn't going to be enough. There might be subtle improvements, such as interviews, a little bit with the false feedback, making it more realistic for those people who want it, stuff like that. R&D, they've done a little bit of improvement on, with about the fact that it's not the same for everybody and it gets reset. They've done well in that, but the improvement isn't enough. We need, and I'm going to stop myself there because I haven't played the game yet. I want to go and play the game before, and then I'm going to come back to you with some things that are definitely missing. You're going to see gameplay from stuff that still from previous F1 games that have been missed out, including F1 2017, I'm going to say, because I think there's going to be parts of that game that aren't in this game, such as your agent's office, such as the upstairs paddock where you can relax as a central area. I will discuss how that should be implemented better for 2019 in another video post next Friday. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but yes. I'd just like to say one final thing. Apologies for the lack of uploads. If you are a subscriber or regular to my channel, then you know that I've been working on Final Fantasy, which takes literally forever to edit. So apologies for that, but that's what I've been working on. I haven't been doing anything. I've been working on a few other series as well in the background, just to make sure that they are maintain these sideline series. But yes, that is it. Let me know what you think about the game. Let me know if you think that the price is too much. I will just check the live price at the time of recording by going on to Amazon. I can't remember what I pre-ordered it. It's still at $54.99. So the game is still at $54.99. Okay. Obviously, if you are a PC user, it's $39.99. Now, ultimately, the 55 quid for a game that has had a lot of stuff taken out of, is it worth it? Are you going to buy F1 2018? Let me know down in the comments. I might do a Twitter poll as well. In actual fact, I will do a Twitter poll. I shall do that while this is rendering, so I'll leave a description link to where you can vote on the Twitter poll. Where you can register whether or not it's too much for the game, based on what we've seen so far. This is it. We've seen all the single player stuff that is going to be new to the sea. All that is left in the last developer diary, apart from literally seeing customization, which isn't worth a 9-minute video on, has to be multiplayer next week. Otherwise, serious doubts are going to be raised over the future by me. I'm sure, because alarm bells are ringing. We haven't seen any substantial multiplayer gameplay other than from the trailer, and that is shocking. Okay, we need to see multiplayer gameplay, just multiplayer gameplay, in next week's video. If it's anything other than that, then there's going to be alarm bells about multiplayer, and seriously, there could be as big a bugs as there was in last year's game, and subsequently the F1 esports finale, which has money riding on it and all these teams are getting involved. Please, we can't rule out there being an issue like there was in the last year's finale, when they got told you can't rip off the game. There was an issue. There was screen freezes on a local network as well. So that's how bad the game was. I've got a multiplayer gameplay video coming very soon as well, and that'll be coming hopefully Sunday, and that will show you why even now, almost 12 months on, the game is multiplayer is still horrendous. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to vote in the Twitter poll, link in the description below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you need to see more videos like this, and of course to see what I think they need to include to make 2019 the best game it can possibly be. Otherwise, it might be goodbye Codemasters, I think. And I might have to start a petition to get rid of Codemasters should they not deliver. Yes, that is it. And until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.